goes by the name of Free Mind, and we'll be talking to him in a few minutes. Let's get to find out his musical career and of course what he does apart from that. All right, so the phone is ringing. Let's see if we can get hold of him. So Free Mind is a Zambian who is based in UK, Manchester. Free Mind, hi, how are you doing?
I'm good, my brother. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fine. You are live right about now on Pan-African Radio 96.1 FM back in Zambia.
All right. Happy to be broadcasting back home.
Definitely. All right, so quickly, let's get to talk about your career, your musical career. Let's start from there. Where do you draw your inspiration from? I think I'd rather start from there than when did you start and everything to do with that.
Okay, that's great, man. So I'd say I draw my inspiration really from mainly the music that was played in my house growing up. So you say that's like soul music and like them dancey tunes from back in the day. So I grew up listening to all the CDs and stuff that my mom and dad would play. So I'd say that was inspired, like that's where my first inspiration came from. Then growing up as a teen, I really got into like the Kanye West vibe of music because he blended the soul and the vibes from my early childhood and came with something brand new for my teen years. So like yeah, I'd say that was very inspiring for me to be able to see somebody take what vibrated with me and what I knew and make it into something new. So that's what I've been trying to do with my music since.
Okay, awesome. So you said, or you mentioned that you grew up listening to music. Where exactly did you grow up from? Was it back here in Zambia, or you've grown up from there in Manchester?
No, I'm not in Manchester, but I'm in. I grew up in Zambia. So I left Zambia when I was 7 to go to Paris. So
you are now in Paris.
Yeah, right now I'm in Paris.
Oh, okay.
Right now I'm in Paris, and so I'd say, yeah, my growing up was in between Lusaka, Paris and London. I've actually never been to Manchester, but I think you're thinking about brother Prido.
Oh, Prido, yeah, exactly. Okay, so what kind of music was playing in the house? Because looking at parents back in the days, obviously it was all about Kalindula and that other stuff. Talking about rap, hip hop, and maybe some R&B was a little bit awkward for the old ballies to be listening to that.
No, like so the tracks that were playing in my house really, man, was I'd say my dad loved some rumba, so there was hella rumba playing, man.
Okay.
There's French, so there's French music called zouk. I don't know if you know about zouk, but it's like it's a dancey sort of music, dance slow with your girl sort of music. And outside of that, man, it's a soul classic. So I'd say like it was like Shalimar, those type of vibes, man.
Okay,
it was good.
Wow. Okay. Awesome. So your life has been based Lusaka, Zambia, and Paris in France. All right. So what type of music exactly do you do? Are you the kind of an artist that goes for anything that comes on board, or maybe you have a specific genre that you do?
My music is called free soul. That's the type of music that I make. So it's a blend between let's say so Afro sonority, hip hop, and soul music. That music that speaks to your soul directly, that makes you feel good, that makes you feel empowered. That's the sort of music that I make. So yeah, the title that I give it is free soul.
Okay, so awesome. Let's talk about the projects that you have released so far. How many songs do you have on your name, registered to your name, or how many, let's say, albums, EPs, anything to do with that?
Okay, so out now at the moment, I currently have So I have my first mixtape was called Book One. So that one dropped in 2016. The
Mm.
following year, I dropped another mixtape called Elevate.
Mm.
So that's number two. Then the following year, I dropped Keep Out the Demons.
Mm.
So that was the EP. That was the EP.
Okay.
And then this year I've dropped one mixtape called Large Green, and I'm dropping Large Green 2 today.
Today you are dropping Latch Green 2.
Yeah. It's a mixtape with 11 tracks, all tracks that were recorded during the confinement period at home.
Wow. Okay, so let's talk about the same Latch Green 2. Let's talk about the track list. You're saying it has 11 songs. What kind of vibes are your fans supposed to wait for in the Latch Green 2?
Well, as far as Large Green 2 came, so I'd say the first project, so Large Green 1 was me really getting familiar with stuff to record myself and start making my music from home, you know. I found that before, one thing which was holding me back is that I'd catch so many good vibes at home, but I weren't able to record them. So by the time I reached the studio, I was maybe in a different vibe. So it meant that I missed something out. So Large Green 1 was really me getting comfortable with that situation, choosing sort of sounds that I wanted to blend together. And Large Green 2 is me trying to perfect that. So in Large Green 2, I'm a lot more confident. So we can say that there's a lot of ego trip in this one, man. A lot of them feeling good about being me, you know, because I wanna spread that feeling of well-being where I'm at others. But it's also got, so I'd say it has a blend of Afro, banging sort of hip hop, and you know, your classical little hip hop vibes. Because I love to storytell, so there's a couple of songs there with some storytelling as well.
Wow. Okay. Awesome. This is awesome. Now, let's get to talk about features. Has it ever come to your mind, or in one of your songs or many of your projects, has it ever come to your mind to do a song or songs with local artists back here in your motherland? Hello? Hello? Okay, Free Mind, are you there? Wow. Okay. Let me try to do this. Yeah. Let me try to see if we can hit him back and continue our conversation right here. Remember that you are listening to Pan African Radio on 96.1 FM, and this is a show that we call. Okay, so we got you back. We lost you. What happened?
Yeah, don't worry. I'm back. Hey, can't explain that, man. But
okay, yeah. So did you get my question, or maybe I get to repeat it?
Yeah, please give it to me again, man. You think you cut halfway through?
Okay, yeah. So my question was: has it ever come to your mind that you get to collaborate with artists from back here in your motherland, or have you done that already? If you have, how was the experience recording with your very own?
So I have actually. So when I was home in 2019, so last year, I was able to rub shoulders with a couple of artists who I looked up to and whose music I really like. So it was, first of all, a great experience to be able to be with these people, and for them to see me as as one of their peers, somebody who's doing the same thing as them. It feels like a great step in the right direction when people who are good at what they do respect and appreciate you for what you're doing. So I was able to work with Dimpo Williams and Wills Sunyopole. We did a banging track together actually. Watch out for that one coming soon still. That was really cool.
Okay.
Then I was able to make a track with King Illest.
Okay.
Actually, more than a track. Actually, with King Illest, we did quite a few tracks. So in the studio, we got a good thing going on there. And I said my best one for me, my happiest achievement was to have a song with Jay Rox.
No.
So that for me felt really good. You know, like I met him at the studio, so we were recording from the same studio, and yeah, he heard the track. He was like, "Man, this is fire. Let's work on this together, man." So yeah, that was really good for me, man. I was happy about that.
Okay, so if let's say I was to ask you to compare, your features with maybe artists from back there in France and our very own here that you have worked with in Zambia, any difference that which you notice, which maybe you feel might be a good advice, giving them a good advice to say maybe they should work on this or on that, or in that line?
Well, in that line, honestly, I found that one thing which was good for me with working with the artists back home is that there wasn't we didn't put pressure on each other. Yet we tried to rub off each other and give each other positive energy and good energy. So there was this feeling of camaraderie, of like friendship that was there, which was really good. But what I find that is compared to here, if you're doing a feature with somebody, man, you're in competition with that person.
Okay.
So like it's like, who's gonna be the best on this track? And like I've been in studio sessions before where I was featuring with a couple of guys, and each of us rewrote verses. Each of us rewrote our verses because we went in, we laid something down, then the next guy goes in and he does something like, oh, hold up, let me do my verse again. And then you're going back and forth like that. So I really felt like, that's, for me, I find that's positive energy because we respect each other. If we're going to be on a song together, then we're not enemies, of course, but it's good to have that competitive nature in the sense that I want to be the most memorable on the song, because if you bring out the best in somebody else and they bring out the best in you, it's the song that wins in the end of the day.
Okay, so any international features that you are looking up to, let's say, for example, not really coming back to Zambia, but international features as looking up to the others that let's say maybe the way or they are your icons, like you really look up to them and you would love to do a song with them. Any click on that?
Yeah, so I'd really like to work with so in terms of in the French music scene, there's this artist, his name is Metric Hems. I don't know if you know about him.
Yeah,
he's heavy, man, and he's actually one of my inspirations because he's heavy with the bars, man. When it comes to giving you 16 or hot 32, he will give it to you and he will just break you down badly. But he also has a really, really good singing voice, and he makes amazing melodies, and he's able to adapt, and the French public have really embraced him for all aspects of his music. So that's a guy who I really look up to, and if I could make a track with somebody from France, internationally speaking, that's who I'd choose.
Okay, all right.
If I was to choose somebody in Africa, I'd say music that I really enjoy listening to, man, is everything that comes out of Standout Musician, man. I really like his vibe. I find it like it's Afro soul music to me. It really, really touches me. And if I can one day make a track with him, bro, that would be achievements for real.
Wow. Okay. Awesome. Let me, try to bring you back to the Large Green 2 album, which is dropping today.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Looking at the track list, I think there's something that I'm seeing like, is it More For Sure? Mafasho, more for sure. Yeah. All right, so what's the song really about? Because from the pronunciation, this looks local, and also looking at Bwalia's story, this is obviously something local. Let's talk about the stories in these two particular songs.
All right, cool, man. So More For Sure is so it's like more for sure, but it's also a shortening of this really beautiful girl who inspired me to make this song. Okay. So she's her name is Monica, and she's a local girl, and like we were just kicking it, man. We were having vibes, and I just felt this inspiration come to write a song. So it's like a love song, man. You know, something where you can relate to. So like, yeah, it's a song about me being struck by a lady's beauty and wanting to get with her and be with her for sure.
Oh, okay, awesome. Then it's something which is also catching my eye. Steven Seagal.
Mm.
Steven Seagal,
yeah, man.
Is he your favorite actor for you to get to sing about him, or maybe you are just trying to be, as creative? Because I know that artists, musicians, you are very creative. You bring out information in certain ways.
Yeah. So, for Steven Seagal, man, he's not my favorite actor. No, he's not my favorite actor.
Okay.
But he's somebody, man, whose name growing up I'd see all the time, man.
Yeah.
And like, even though I didn't watch all of his films, just from seeing the cover of his films,
yeah,
I knew that this guy was a very, very bad man. You know. So. The inspiration of Steven Seagal came from, so I just tried to say like, yo, what is this guy up to? And then I realized that, yo, he actually produced himself most of his films.
Okay.
So yeah, so he is literally a super self-made man, but who's done his thing on the low key, you know. And I find that the people that he catered to are people who maybe weren't able to go and see these top action movie stars in the cinema, because Steven Seagal brought us these cassettes, sort of DVD sort of movies, you know. And in the end he did something memorable for all of us, man. I'm sure, like, when you saw the name Steven Seagal, you're like, hey, this is danger again. So that's the sort of vibe.
Okay, all right. So do you think, or maybe do you perceive that this album is gonna be big, owing or looking on the fact that the world is hit by COVID-19 and things are a little bit slow? So how are you seeing this album? Is it going to make it? Is it going to be that big? Okay, and lost him again. Wow. Looks like network doesn't really want me to have him. Anyway, let me try to call him for the last time so that we can get to wind up on our chat. All right, so I am talking to Freemind. All right, and we are back.
Yes, we are, man. Yes, we are.
Okay, so
I know I'm talking to the people back home, man. I swear, whenever I be speaking to anybody back home, in the middle, when we're getting to the best part of the conversation, can you do reconnecting? Are we all good, man?
Okay, awesome. So, my question, talking about the album, are you seeing it being a big album that you have in mind, looking at the fact that we are hit with coronavirus, or maybe it's just something that you had to release because you can't starve your fans of your music?
No, this is big, man. This is big. This is massive, even, because every project that I release, I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to improve myself, and with each project, with each song, there are more and more people who are starting to understand the free mind movement, to get on the vibe. So I find like here, Large Green 2, following up to Large Green, the first one, is giving people like another stepping stone in the direction where I'm trying to get us to. So for me, it's something pretty big, pretty important. And like the cover of the mixtape is a picture of me and my dad. So like it's a big family thing, man. So yeah, for me it's really massively important for it.
Okay, awesome. But anyway, how has the COVID-19 hit you in terms of music? I know maybe you had shows, you were scheduled to perform here, there, and that side, but COVID-19 has blocked almost everything. Has it hit you so hard, or maybe we can say it literally maybe had some lenience?
No, it hit me. Well, let me say, it tried to hit me with so much strength, but I had to put my sensei voodoo child mode on, and I dodged that by adapting and by switching up what I do. So luckily for me, like I told you, before COVID happened, I was starting to record Large Green One. So I'd already set up a situation where I'll be able to record from home.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
So what the COVID did for me really is that it allowed me, more than allowed me, it forced me actually to listen to all my music that I'd released already. Because I had all this time on my hands, and to start thinking of, okay, where do I really want to go? You know, like sometimes when life is moving so fast, you just keep on moving and you might not necessarily have a far directive because you're so far in it that you don't have time to think. But what COVID did, it gave me time to think, man. So all these shows that I had that were cancelled, man, I was, financially speaking, it's a hit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But luckily I have other endeavors which are able to allow my creativity to continue even if I'm not doing shows and all that, so I'm grateful for that. And so yeah, what I'd say that it's really improved me as a songwriter, and it's given me this whole little diving into producing. You know, now I've got the equipment to start producing and engineering myself. So yeah, man, it's allowed me to become more of a complete artist.
Okay, awesome. Since you've talked about creativeness,
yeah,
how creative have you been in making sure that maybe since you can't have a show with people attending, at least maybe you do a virtual show? Any plans on that one?
Actually, you know, you're putting something in my mind there. You know, what I did, I've been releasing music video upon music video upon music video.
Okay.
So since March, I've released 8 videos.
Okay.
So that's about 2 a month. You know what I mean? 1.5 a month. So I've been making sure that the people know that I'm still here.
Yeah.
And they can enjoy the visuals, enjoy the vibes, and not let them go. And matter of fact, today, we've got the last episode of the Free Flows season 2. So with my brother Sign Up Vision, we've been doing free flows, which are just really music videos based on a simple concept and built around the energy between me and him, because from working together now we've been able to really create a good bond. And yeah, the free flows are like almost like a TV show, like a series.
Okay.
So right now, today, the last episode of the season is dropping. So that's episode 9. And yeah, once all that's out, you can go and listen to the free flows, and it's like 21 minutes.
Okay.
The whole season. So you know, it's like an episode of a TV show.
Okay, awesome. Things are opening up a little bit, or let me say, countries are now realizing that they have to embrace the new normal, meaning that COVID-19 has been accepted that it's gonna be here for a while. Any plans that you got that maybe you get to have a show back here in the motherland?
Unacceptable. Hey, like, you know what, man? That is like what you just said for me is unacceptable. I do not want COVID-19 to be here. Like for time, bro. Like, no, thank you, man. this needs to stop, man. Hey, I want to see people's smiles.
Yeah,
stuff, man. You know,
definitely.
Mask up. You know.
Yeah.
So hopefully this situation is able to fix itself up with the speed, so that I'm able to come back home and put some shows together. Because like the artists who I'm working with back home, the Free Mind Family artists, they're so that's Izukanji, that's Lady Rin, that's Trezor. They're ready and hungry and willing to go. So we need to find a way around this, because as much as these digital shows and everything are cool, they have nothing on a real show, you know?
Yeah.
Literally. In terms of the exchange of energy and how loud the speakers can go and all that stuff. I find that being at a show is an experience that we won't be able to simulate.
Okay. Well, anyway, lastly, time is not really my best ally, but lastly, let's talk about your social media handles. How can people get hold of you? How can they get your new music?
Okay, so the new music, you'll be able to find it so on all platforms. So that's all the streaming platforms in a couple of weeks' time. And for the moment, I'm focusing on giving my music to your people for free. You know what I mean? Getting y'all to just grab on this and enjoy it. So you'll be able to find that on YouTube, on the Free Mind Family YouTube channel. So Free Mind is FREEM1 indeed. So there's no I.
Okay.
The one is there for unity, because I believe that unity is our future and division is our downfall. So I put the one in my name right there so that we know it's always there.
Okay.
So Free Mind Family, you can find my music, you can find Lady Rin's music, Isukanji's music, and all of the latest Free Mind Family stuff. If you're looking for me on Facebook, same thing, Free Mind with the one, and on Instagram, my handle is Love You for Free. So that's LUVU for the number and free, like what we're trying to be.
Okay.
And that was my dad's punchline. So I took that on as a name in his honor and in his memory.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for talking to us. We have to let you go.
My pleasure, man. My pleasure. Honestly, thank you so much for the opportunity. Happy to reach the people back home. Big shout out to my boy West Boy Beats Wezzy, man, for making this happen. And yeah, man, moving forward, brother Professor Lance, thanks for this. And I hope we get to do this again, man, because I enjoyed it.
Definitely, we are going to do this again. All right, so that was Free Mind all the way from Paris. All right, so Manchester, I was talking about Prido. All right, all the way from Paris. Right about now, let's get to go on a very short break, and then we get to meet each other on the very other side. Keep on listening to 96.1 FM.
Yeah. Okay. Going in like. Yo, about the right truth, yo, brother. With the sun since 1992, no other. Steven Seagal chopper with the rhymes. Put the V back in victory, the V back in vibes. Q times 5, fifth equalize. It's a championship belt, but it's get it equalized. Hold up, what? I just realized, never have I looked down, never closed my eyes. Silver lining that's in every cloud, gold lining in my sky, African is proud. Not here to settle down, awake when I'm around. Believe me when I say it, we the greatest, say it loud. Grab you by the mind, I make you fly. Even liberate you from the prison that they call time. Only way to soar again is keeping on your grind. Excuses go backwards, holding you behind. It's all good, I'm doing everything said I would. You should've joined the team when you could. I'm bigger, steady bringing fire to your hood, no trigger. Ain't a postman, but I'm here to deliver. Living on water, man, I'm clean in the liver. And if you know me, then you know I'm a realer. Call me many things, man, they thought I'm a dealer. How? I stay relentless, I'm flexing on my dentist. I'm moving so far, they wanna be my apprentice. Never get tired, we some aliens, I meant this. The new summary.